What's something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue that is coming into your life right now? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another beautiful pick a card reading. We're looking at something from your past that is coming back right now into your life, something new coming into your life, something that might be in your life temporarily coming in. And although I am kind of in a more general energy type of reading right now, we're also looking at something in regards to a potential wedding or partnership for you coming in now. So this is a general reading. I'm taking a break from kind of love readings, but love is my main thing. It's so supremely divinely pure that it will come through strongly even if it's a more general reading of mine anyways. So there's going to be a love component at least in the fourth question of the reading, but I kind of want to move into opening up for the spirit, for the universe, for you, anything that might be coming through, not just in regards to love. But there is, out of the four questions, the last one that is specifically in regards to love. All right, so let me know if you like this topic, if you like this reading. I'd really appreciate it. And with that, I hope you enjoy the reading. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile one. We're looking at something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue related to a wedding of yours coming in for you right now. Most of the reading is general, but the last question is definitely in regards to your love life. Just so you know, I believe when the time I post this will be around the last time that I have the yearly overview reading available. As a personal reading, it's half the price of what a typical reading that length is usually at. So if you're interested, you can email me below. Beautiful, beautiful things are coming up for people this year, and that's kind of why I'm like pushing it. It's because like it's good. It's good. All right, so something from old coming back in your life right now. Something old that might be coming back into your life right now. Self-indulgence. All right, so I do get a little bit of the fun part of life. Time to kind of indulge, get out your vices, get super grounded. And we have a conjunction. I was saying communication. Conjunction in reverse, a union emerging and coming together, but it's in reverse. There's something about you're connecting with this side of yourself, your shadow aspect that like, enjoys a little bit of the good stuff, the sweet life, pampering and indulging that side of yourself. And I do get that like you're coming together with this for one last time. I definitely get like a self-appreciation here. Like I definitely feel like this is different. I feel like you're going into a new energy. And there's a reason while you're kind of being asked by spirit guides, you're well protected to maybe indulge a little bit in order to kind of reconnect with the things that you're letting go of. So it's a different type of energy. You're not indulging because you need a break, that you need some time to yourself, some time for fun, me time, or whatever. I'm getting specifically that you're touching base with kind of like your old vices or kind of like the way that you really get super, super grounded, which I'm getting is like something you don't really do much anymore because you're saying goodbye to your old life. You're lowering your vibration, not to like the lowest vibrations humanity has ever felt, but like you're the lowest that you would go at this point in your life. Not to like destroy your life or to do shadow work, but to like literally say goodbye to like an old part of your life or something. Or maybe like people who are on that vibe that you're like saying goodbye to, they're not necessarily on a they're not necessarily low vibe, but like maybe you're not willing to go that low in your vibes anymore. They're not at like the lowest of lows, but it's just like you're kind of want to move up higher or something like that. So you're saying goodbye to these people, these indulgences, these vibes. They could be big cycles that are completing in your life, and I don't know, there's a huge sense of like it's not a burden to self-indulge. It's kind of like a sweet, bittersweet goodbye, I'm hearing. Okay, and so something new coming into your life. A stork. Yeah, a new beginning. I feel like it's like a rebirth. You're definitely having a rebirth. I definitely feel for you, Pow One, that this energy is much, it's an overarching theme. So it's like, I feel like it's big cycles closing out and big new cycles starting. It's time to take action. Yeah, I feel like you're getting the call that like you're about to kind of step into a new cycle where you might be kind of asked to kind of put in some energy and effort and work on the things that you love, that you like, that you are appreciating and super happy about. You're starting this new cycle in, but there's a sense of like message coming from your higher guidance being like, have fun now, rest now, and enjoy yourself now, and say goodbye now, because once this new beginning comes in, like you're gonna be going going. Okay, so something coming in your life right now that might be like more temporary. Oh, the golden mirror narcissist. Okay, so there is this type of energy that like if there has been see, most of the people that come across my readings, they're like empathic and probably had to deal with narcissistic energies in their life, usually stemming from a parent or a partner, and that's something that has repeated in your life. So this might be an energy of that energy coming into your life temporarily to let you know that you're releasing this very big cycle. Like you've healed it or you learned it, you've moved past it, but it's just coming to kind of remind you. I'm not getting the energy for some of you, maybe like a very few of you. You might be dealing with someone like very short term that is coming through to show you, remind you that you finished this cycle. Remind you kind of thing. But for others of you, it's just coming up as kind of like a reminder, maybe in a dream, maybe in sign synchronicities, maybe like witnessing it in like from a friend of a friend, a coworker going through a similar situation, or a movie or something like that. This type of dynamic that you have released in your life. Yeah. It's a big one. It's a big cycle that you released for sure. Peace, yeah. The conjunction came out reverse. Peace came out reverse. You're already in a very peaceful state. That's why I feel like you can look back and review this very quickly, very briefly. I'm getting it's like you don't have to do inner work. You don't have to do shadow work. Like you've already done it. This is just kind of a reminder of like I feel like your spirit guides and your higher self are telling you, like, this is done, like, for good. So, might as well take some time to speak over its ashes, or before you bury it for good or something, like before it's done, it's gone for good. Like this might be a good time to kind of acknowledge it for like 5 seconds, not even. All right, something coming in regards to wedding or partnership for you now, beautiful Power One. Scythe, harvest, surgery, I'm getting harvest, and winning. Warning, it says warning, but I read winning. Okay, and intimacy. Okay, so I do feel like there is someone in your energies that kind of wants to be physically intimate with you. And I'm getting from spirit like harvest, like keep your energies to yourself. I'm getting like, whatever it is, like physically or sexually intimate energies to yourself, and not give in to this person. Yeah, there, you've been warned. I'm hearing that like this person is kind of like wants to harvest your energies, and your spirit guides, spirit team are very, this is a very specific message. They're telling you to like be careful of this person in terms of giving away your physically intimate or sexual energies, like even if it's not like sexual, like just being physically close to this person could have them draw on your energies. And I do feel like this type of energy is coming in for you, pile one, like a really really hot hot sex type of connection with someone, um, that you might want to not waste it on this person that you know is not that. I feel like some of you were wondering like, oh, is it okay to like hang out with this person? Like, should I? Like, it's been a minute, or we've been dating for a little bit, or our relationship is kind of ending. Like, like I feel like you had a feeling like, oh, I don't think I'm supposed to connect with them energetically in this way anymore, physically anymore. And your spirit guides are telling you, yeah, that's very true, because there's someone else coming in, and when you know, you'll know. Let me get an extra clarifier for you, pile one. Yeah, keep it locked up, pile one. And I'm getting like you won't have to for long. Yeah, I feel like you don't see this other energy coming in. That might be more. Yeah, there is another energy coming in, and you don't know who this person is. You don't see them yet, or you don't know who it is. You might know who this person is. Okay, and then I got the 10 of Cups. Yeah. You may or may not know who this person is, like their name and whatever, but you don't know who they are in terms of this person coming in. Like, you don't know which person is making a move. It might be someone, what I'm saying is like, it might be someone you already know, or it might be someone new coming into your life, but you don't know who it is. And they have this really, really awesome, they're going to have an awesome physical connection to you. And like, they're the ones who you're going to probably be very happy with and connect with in a relationship, potentially even creating a family kind of thing. Like, this person is coming in hot, and so you're being kind of tested with your physical energies. Just letting you know, it's not, don't shoot the messenger. Like, if you are asking for confirmation, like, this is it. All right, pile one, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate like a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I wish you much love and light. Hey, beautiful pile two. We're looking at something old, something new, something borrowed, or something coming in temporarily right now for you. And then something actually in regards to a potential wedding or partnership for you coming in right now as well. It's general reading, except for the last question is specifically in regards to love, but love can come through anywhere. And just a reminder, I do have, I think this is the last call for the yearly overview reading. It's half the price of that type of reading that I would normally give for that length of time and that specific. I'm just letting people know because like it's a really good value, and just amazing things are coming through for people. All right, so something old coming back into your life right now. Girl with a snake, empathy, narcissist, empath, narcissist paradigm. Okay, being charmed or used, boundaries. Okay, some boundary setting. Air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Okay, it's so interesting. I feel like this is a continuation of the last pile, because we have that narcissist, empath type of connection. I feel like, yeah, that's like a huge thing I think may be happening in the collective. There is this kind of energy of like people don't have an excuse to be bad anymore. Like, there's no excuse to not do your inner work and to behave badly and to just take your like anger or hate or negative energy out on other people. And I feel like you've done that work, but there's something coming up where you're going to be kind of you're going to see it or witness it one more time in your own personal life. Yeah, physically. I'm getting in person. You're physically going to see it in person one more time. Someone you talk to. Okay, yeah, I do feel like it's through a person. I think someone's going to behave badly, and you're gonna look at them and you're gonna be like, no, you can't do that. This might be someone like random or someone that you actually know. Let me see if I can get more information. Yeah, I feel like this is like you kind of being a leader, like you kind of stepping into your role. But I feel like there's a part of you that's just kind of like, I don't want to have to deal with this. I don't want to have to deal with this shit. Like, I think you're gonna like kind of come across someone who's just like behaving so badly, and it might kind of remind you of someone in your life in the way ancient past who behaved this way. Maybe it kind of rubbed off on you. Maybe you kind of started behaving in this way because you couldn't understand it. But I am getting that like you're like I gotta get away from crazy people like this, or people who haven't like taken the time to do their inner work. But I feel like you're gonna witness it one more time, and you're gonna be so cool, calm, collected when it happens, and you're just gonna be like, yeah, like you can't behave like that. Like you have to see what you're saying and like how you're acting. Like, you know, maybe you record them or show them a mirror kind of and be like, this is how you look. Like, is this how you actually really want to look? Like, is this the person you want to be? And I feel like you're kind of like, you're already like a teacher. I'm hearing you're already kind of a teacher because you've already embodied these lessons for yourself. And to see it outwardly, you're kind of like, okay, I'll step in here because it's literally right in front of me. But I'm going to step out. I'm going to get out of here. Like, maybe in the future, you'll kind of be helpful to like be a service to others in some sort of teaching or leading role in this kind of, for this type of energy. But right now I feel like you're just kind of stepping away. You're like, I'm going to do what I do, but this is a huge sign that I'm going to step away from this. I'll pull one more card to see if there's confirmation. Yeah, you're like, I'm going to help a little bit just because this person or this situation is literally unfolding right in front of my face. But I'm kind of tired of this. And I think it's in my right to kind of walk away. I feel like you're kind of like, let me start this new cycle, this new chapter of my life, and then I'll circle back to this and see if I can help with this energy for the collective, is what I'm getting. Like, put your own mask on first and then help the people sitting next to you, right? When the airplane is going down. Okay, so something new coming into your life, because I feel like you're like, I'm sick of this. I know I'm ready for the new. Okay, the fox, which is selfishness, trickery. I feel like there's no tricks and it's not selfish. Like, I feel like you kind of know, you're like, I'll be able to help more people in the future if I can just like help myself right now. There's that type of energy. It's like, let me figure out how I can help the collective and then I'll help the collective. But right now I need to focus on myself. And you know it's not selfish. You're not trying to like trick yourself or trick other people into setting your boundaries and like literally telling people like, this is what I like. You don't even need to tell people. You're like, this is what I need. I don't need to explain myself to anyone else. Like, I'm just going to step away, do my thing. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Yeah, I feel like at this point you're like, you know, there's kind of like the dichotomy here. Like, it's just like your heart and your mind are aligned. They're telling you, yeah, you have to step away. Not just for your own safety and for your own benefit, but also the safety and benefit of others. I feel like at this point, you'll be able to help more people if you can help yourself more. And the reason I'm talking that way, even in the first place, the reason I'm even speaking this way is because I feel like you were an empath and you are energy sensitive, and you always kind of took on other people's energies as your own. And it was like a long journey to kind of distinguish like yourself from others, especially in terms of problems and emotions and, you know, identity, for whatever myriad of reasons, probably, you know, black sheep, light worker, like dark nights early on in your life type of reasons. But you're very super incredibly balanced now, pile 2. So much so that like you don't have to like feel guilty for walking away. at all. You don't feel guilty one drop, 1 cent. Walking away knowing that what you're doing is, yeah, great for you, but it's also great for the collective, for you to take care of yourself. There's no trickery there. So there's like a new energy in your life right now that's like kind of the reason why you're kind of feeling this way. Love of a lifetime, I do feel like you're focusing on yourself and your own relationships or your own immediate family. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no reason you shouldn't. I feel like right now you definitely know you could use that. And the no guilt part is important, because like if you try to help yourself but then you're super guilty, that guilt energy is like one of the lowest vibrational, lowest frequency, lowest emotional frequency you can hold. So you won't get that far if you're holding on to guilt. There's something I heard recently that's like the most important thing you can do is forgive yourself. Anytime you kind of cringe at something or feel embarrassed about something or felt like you could have done something better, you just have to forgive that version of yourself. Like forgive, and you'll live a super healthy, super long, super happy, super abundant life being in that energy, forgiving yourself, forgiving. And I'm speaking to you, someone who's energy sensitive or more empathic or who cares about people more, because that was a long journey for you to be able to get to this place where you don't hold on guilt, that you don't feel like you have to help everyone, and that you can focus on your own life and what matters to you. Long journey to get here, pile 2, and that's why these big cycles are ending and beginning for you. What's something that's happening temporarily, that can change the vibe? A love call, yeah. Expressing love, thinking of you, informing you. I do feel like there's a love energy coming in for you, pile 2. We have a love of a lifetime here, so I do feel like this is a love for yourself. So you probably are in this really balanced place because you have a real strong love for yourself, for your life, for your own thoughts, for your own way of being, for your own personality, for your own role in this lifetime. Like, you have cultivated a lot of love for yourself because you took a lot of time to understand yourself, your inner universe, right? So now here we go. That love is manifesting a love outside of yourself. If you're not already in a relationship, I can definitely see you calling in a love like that. If you are, I can definitely see that love strengthening, but not just in love for yourself and your partner, but also your immediate family or, your loved ones, people that you love, projects that you love, that kind of thing. A ton of love. It's exciting because you get the love call. It's kind of like a little bit of like a excitement, honeymoon period type of energy. New beginnings. So I feel like this already kind of started for you, and I feel like it's just gonna kind of expand very quickly. So I do get this type of energy that there is new love coming in, whether it's something you're already in or something that's expanding. I do feel like you're working outside of yourself. So this isn't just self-love, because how many times have you heard that on your spiritual journey, right? Your inner journey. Like, work on your self-love, work on the things that you love, that you're passionate about. Who cares if people can't join up with you right now? You'll manifest it. No, you're actually getting the people to work on this, expanding this love outside of yourself. So partnership, you're definitely getting a partner who's willing to work on the relationship and growing the relationship and love with you, with your immediate family or people who are like family to you, and with your projects that you love, you're getting people to work on that way. So you are working with other people, and I feel like it's like a small amount of people because I do feel like you're kind of still getting used to the fact of focusing on yourself and the people that matter to you and the things that matter to you. So it starts off like, just like the key people and things first, and then it'll expand out. But why is it like a temporary thing that is mentioned? An idea, celebration. Okay. I feel like it comes in and then it just like starts this whole short, quick cycle of celebration. Like it's quick. I'm hearing short, quick, but it could be like I'm getting like a few months, several months, maybe even a couple years, a few years, maybe even several years for some of you. But like I do get at least like a few months to like a year, 2 years, 3 years we're just celebrating because I feel like you understand, like you've graduated something in your inner life, in your spiritual life that is so significant that you understand you're never going to be going back to what you were dealing with before. It's a completely new life, and I feel like you're so incredibly happy, and you're just kind of in a celebratory mood. Like I feel like you're waking up every morning like, I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it. Like this feeling of like, I'm here, I'm finally here, I'm finally here, and wanting to celebrate. So I feel like that lasts for a little bit. I feel like for most of you, pal, too, like you might have already started feeling this energy. Okay, and so something blue, something coming in regards to your wedding or partnership right now, specifically wedding and partnership. The sun card. Oh, happiness. When the sun card comes out in reverse, for me, that means like every day gets better and better as each day passes, at each week and stuff like that. And pregnancy, the sun card also denotes babies. So I feel like there's like a lot of new births. So births of, actual babies, births of relationships, births of like new energies, new projects, new life paths. Like it's a very, very exciting time, very fun, very joyous time for you, pal, two, coming through. So I do feel like whatever kind of comes in, this like energy where this person kind of illuminates to you, you're like, I'm so done with this. I'm moving forward. Like I gotta get out of this energy, this environment, this vibe, and only until I settle into my new vibe completely will I think about interacting with the lower vibes again. Like you finally reach this like high vibe, 5D type of life, pile two, within yourself, within your reality. It's only until you've grounded that in would you even think about going back and revisiting low vibes or helping with the low vibes. And that's totally fair, very, very understandable, and actually divinely guided. So you're doing the right thing, pal two. Again, no guilt, I'm hearing, and absolutely on track authentically to what you're supposed to be doing right now. All right, pal two, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pal three. We're looking at something old, something new, something borrowed, or something temporary, and something blue. Something in regards to wedding or partnership specifically for you. So this is a general reading, except for the last slot is definitely specifically for love, but love can come in at any point. Also, the reminder that around the time I post this is the last call for the yearly overview reading. It's half the price of a reading that is that typically long and comprehensive. It's really, really good. And the only reason I keep recommending it is because these amazing things are coming through for people. And, I think it's just like worth it if you're interested. But anyway, so let's get started with something old that is coming back into your life now for a reason, probably. Okay, the sword and rose in reverse. Okay, clarity, truth, revelation. Ooh, oh my goodness. So sometimes when the cards come out in reverse, it usually means something happening like this moment. And that's what I get for this specific card, is that some truth is coming in very quickly for you, pile three. That's going to like set the tone. Like it's a big truth. It's a big truth coming to you. Mars. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the energy I'm getting that you're happy to know it now, but it's like really like you are shocked. You are surprised, but it does help you move forward. But it was something that was holding you back. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go look at. Yeah, this is a truth bomb for the ages, pile three. It is a private victory. Like there is something that you kind of end up winning by hearing this truth, but like, because I feel like it was keeping you stuck, and now that you have this truth, like you're finally like free. I feel like you didn't know this was keeping you stuck though. Ancestors. Okay, so it's like deep-rooted family secret. Ooh, whoa. Medicine, natural. Oh, okay. I feel like for some of you, it's a psychic ability that's often kind of passed on from generation to generation, but it's also psychic ability usually also stems from trauma. So deep-rooted family trauma. And that was passed on and passed on and passed on until you came along and put an end to this. I'm hearing like family curse or something like that. It's like usually something like if you don't deal with your issues in life and they keep growing and getting bigger, like, and you have kids, you often like pass on the issues to them. And like you can like you can look at that spiritually, or you can just kind of look at that like realistically and be like, oh yeah, like, you know, mom and dad always yelling or fighting, like the kids are gonna listen to that, pick up on it, and they're gonna be yelling and fighting with their partners. Like, it's just kind of like, it makes sense, right? And so like usually like whatever like the parents, grandparents didn't deal with, you have to deal with, right? It gets passed on to you, and whatever you don't deal with gets passed on to your kids. It's just kind of how it goes. Like, that's where family lines are very important and strong in terms of spiritual journey, spiritual healing and learning and growing, right? So there is something big, truth bomb, in regards to your family that you are uncovering. Is it like through a person, or it's through... No, I do get that you kind of discover it by yourself. You discover it on your own. Like, no one really tells you. You discover it on your own. I do feel like passed over, like, loved one that's blood related is really strongly has been trying to tell you this information from the other side. They're looking out for you. They're protecting you. They love you. But I'm getting like someone from the other side, a passed over loved one, like a grandparent or something, aunt, uncle, or parent or whatever, has been aiding you. I'm hearing recently, again, I'm getting this 3/4 year thing. I did a recent reading about like a message from your passed over loved one, and like I kept getting 3/4, like 3/4 of a year. So about like 9 months ago, whenever you're watching this, the time I was reading, around that time, 9, 10, 8 months ago, is when this specific family member on the other side, or multiple family members, but I feel like there's like at least one, if not two, very like strong, like front-facing energy that's like very headstrong, that really wanted you to know about this family energy that has been passed down. Okay, is it anything about something specific? Yeah, it really affected the stability that I'm hearing. A lack of stability. Sorry if you hear my stomach growl. I fast for my readings. Queen of Wands. Yeah, it was preventing you from getting stability in your... I'm getting in your public facing energies. So your relationship with like friends or your neighbors or your coworkers, how you do with work, how you present yourself, even your social media. I feel like this energy that was passed down was really affecting your like outward like status, or your outward kind of like how people perceived you. So whatever's in your like, whatever your rising sign is, I feel like it's really important to whatever this message your passed over loved one is telling you. Like, you weren't able to kind of fully be yourself or show yourself or land a career or land relationships, friendship, platonic or romantic, or even casual relationships like neighbors or coworkers. Like, there's something that was, I'm hearing teachers or students or employees or just anything like that had to do with like public relationships and public like persona, how you act at work, how you act in like a public setting, yeah, how you even present on social media. Like I feel like you might have been kind of always had like not bad luck, but like kind of maybe yes, I'm hearing yes, bad luck. They're like making me shake my head like nope. Pile 3 knows they did have some sort of like weird, like not bad luck, but something that's just like kind of like just never it like never sit well, or never like kind of fully manifested, or never really kind of worked out. Like there's that type of energy, you know? And that is something that was being passed down from family for a reason, but I don't know if like they're gonna tell me now. Yeah, I'm getting entertainment and home. I feel like you have such a good personality for it, and maybe people in your family have too. Like they're just really personable. They're, they tell good jokes. They're good storytellers or something like that. But like there's something where they couldn't be fully successful in that, fully successful in their bringing out their personality. I don't know what it is, and it's kind of like interesting because I want to finish this energy. I want to finish this like message, but okay. It was something about heartbreak. Something about heartbreak that could never be fully gotten over. Bargaining. Yeah, someone kind of maybe made like a deal with the devil, kind of like many like you know many lifetimes in the past. I feel like they kind of like they wanted to be like someone wanted to be like famous or wanted to have like a good outward personality or something. They want to be funny, or they want to be looked at as someone like cool, or someone like who has magnanimous personality, very very strong presence. And I feel like you must have like a really strong presence. Maybe a lot of people in your family have, but it always kind of didn't come out correctly, or didn't always come out land right. And it's because someone in the family might have like, I'm hearing a deal with the devil, like traded, like wanted to trade up like certain things worth. Oh, this is getting kind of deep and specific now. I don't know if you want to hear it. Yeah. Yeah. Someone practiced some sort of witchcraft or dark something. And that needed to be cleared. It's like I'm hearing sacrifice. Yeah, not good stuff. Not good stuff. But that has been ended. You've cleared it. You recognize it. You're ending that. And this is, if you can stick with me, pile 3, I'll make it worth your while. Trust me. This is going to be some good inner work clearing that we're doing together. Okay. So don't worry. You're safe. You're protected. But you've ended this. You've ended this like generational curse. I'm hearing it was a curse. And I feel like you can look at like maybe your cousins and your aunts and uncles, and like you can tell like this is like something that's affecting like the family, and you probably might be wondering how far back it goes. I'm kind of wondering how far back it goes. 2 generations, but I'm hearing like it might have been like it might have affected, like I think maybe more than one past ancestor kind of got into the bad stuff, like at least a couple. And in order to be this effective and be considered a curse, like at least a couple, if not a few, yeah, if not 3, people in the past did it. People get messed up in these like dark magic kind of, black magic kind of stuff, and they don't really understand like what you're sacrificing, what it means. And some people, yeah, like a lot of people in the world, like they'll do anything to kind of get out of the energy they're in right now, which is like really maybe really dark, really bad. But sometimes you don't understand the repercussions of what you're saying. Some people don't want to understand. Some people are just selfish, and like it gets played out. All the negative energy, all the dark energy that was man-made, not divine, has to be played out. It has to get cleared somehow. We do it. We brought it in. We take it out. Okay, so what's something new coming in? It might be related, might not be. Pile 3, trust me if you stick with me. Travel. Journey. Yeah. Movement, distance. Okay, so you are getting, okay, so I do feel like there's like something about like getting distance from this type of energy after you cleared it. Confidence in your success. Yeah. Confidence is the key to your success. I am getting this kind of energy of like you cleared it, pile 3, but I think your body and your energy, your spirit, your soul, it just kind of wants you to separate from this energy. I'm getting, if there's people around you who have similar energies, maybe they have something like this in their past, friends, neighbors, coworkers, or even your own family members who might like still be kind of grappling with however this affected them. I'm getting you're being asked to physically remove yourself from those types of energies and those types of people who hold those energies, in order for you to complete your healing. You finished the healing, you did what you have to do, but you have, in order to complete it, you kind of have to like separate yourself from that energy, like literally get out of that bubble, and like, and that will like 100%, like you're at 99.9, and in order to be like completely done and put away, you had to like physically like detach yourself. It doesn't have to be for a long time. I'm getting like you can just travel somewhere, take a vacation or a trip somewhere and get away from this energy, and it'll be complete. Yeah, it doesn't have to be that long. It could just be a week or a few weeks or a couple months. Maybe you decide to move somewhere for half a year or something. It doesn't take that long. But with the sirens there, it's very, very important that you do. And you might even be called. You might be even feeling called to like go somewhere. It might be like all of a sudden and immediately you're being called to kind of go somewhere to separate yourself from this old energy. I'm hearing for you, pile 3, like with you kind of closing out such a big cycle that expands past not just your current lifetime, but from lifetimes past from your ancestors. That is a major, major cycle. Like you're probably also separating your energies from other big cycles in your life that you are aware of. And so everything is kind of happening simultaneously. So you kind of taking this trip is very, very vital and necessary. You probably already know what this kind of trip or moving for a little bit or separating yourself from this energy is. It's probably already in your life, like this opportunity, this trip, this vacation, or this move. And you're very confident that this is the right thing to do. You'll be even more confident when you come out of this. And I feel like whatever your rising sign is, that's gonna show and really express itself in such a positive, bold, brighter than ever before, strong, extremely strong, and very, very powerfully than you ever have in this lifetime. Because you're not bringing just the rising sign, this of what you've accomplished in this lifetime, but from like many lifetimes, from all your, from all that, from since when that thing started for your family. You're gonna be you're gonna be shining so brightly and so powerfully and so blindly bright that you're gonna have this like personal persona. You're gonna have this personality and this like public energy that is going to be very highly noticeable, very, I'm hearing, beloved. You're gonna definitely be someone who's gonna have some sort of fame, and you're gonna be a public persona for sure. It's like you can't hide that light. Like it's just it's a calling. Okay, so something coming into your life borrowed temporarily. I just want to pull a card to see if there's like anything else that wanted to be said. Yeah, that's kind of it. You kind of know, you kind of already get a sense, like you'll intuitively know this is the right move to make, and you'll kind of already know why. This is like a confirmation for you, pile 3. Okay, something coming into your life temporarily. Girl with a snake. Okay. Charmed or used. I feel like there's something like, I feel like you have a really bright personality, and I feel like you might have almost felt like you're being used because you're so naturally caring, insightful, and you listen to people genuinely. You give genuine, authentic answers and replies back. I'm getting like you have this ability. Maybe you have like you're really, good storyteller. You're good with people in groups or something like that. But like there's something about like you feel like that part of aspect of you is always being used, and for maybe not the reason that you wanted to use it. I don't know. People kind of use you for business or work purposes. Use your friendship to kind of, you know, level them up or something, or make other people feel good, or be beneficial for like reasons like other people. Like there's like, or for not good reasons. Like I feel like you kind of feel like you weren't using your personality for the best reasons. You weren't using your light, like your light was being used for not the best reason, or it was being like it was just like kind of like your light wasn't being used properly. And I feel like that's going to come up temporarily right now. Empowerment, yeah, because I feel like now you're going to be like dangerous, I'm hearing, but in a good way. Like you can't be powerful without being dangerous, you can't be. Yeah, it's just like it's good to be dangerous because you have the potential to stand up for yourself or others, right? If you need to, but choosing not to, choosing not to be violent or vicious or angry, it's a strength, because like it's like if you don't have the ability to be dangerous, then you're just weak, right? It's not that you're choosing to be a good person. You just have to be because you're weak. You're a dangerous person, and you're a good person because you can't be dangerous, but you're choosing to be good and to do what's good for all involved and things like that, right? And otherwise you don't have any power, right? So you're here now, you have so much incredible amount of power. I feel like you're an influencer. Like I feel like your words have a lot of weight. You have a powerful presence, and that is going to be used for good. So I do feel like you're going to be like a public persona. People like whether it's like in the business sense or the media sense, or for whatever your passion project is, or whatever it is for your research or whatever, like there's going to be like there's a front-facing component to whatever you're stepping into next. And I feel like something happens temporarily. Yeah. There's a moment that you get you're being asked to kind of step up. And I feel like you're kind of nervous because you're like, I've been in this situation before where people kind of, use my light, use my personality or my charms, my good looks or my whatever, my research, my knowledge, and kind of, like maybe you do an interview and they cut it up and only use the parts that like benefit them or play along with their narrative or something like that, right? And you're like, why? Like that is not what I came on to say, or that doesn't represent me, or why did they just tell me in the beginning before I set out for this interview or something like that? There's that type of energy, or like, you're putting your face out on camera, you're selling this product because you actually believe in it, but then, they start using your image or your products for just getting money and not actually helping people, and you feel kind of like questionable about it. So I feel like you're kind of a little bit nervous because you're like, I don't know. I've been in a situation before, but then once you step into it, you're going to realize like, oh no, like something has shifted. My power, my light is being used publicly in a good way now, or being recognized in a good way now. So I feel like there's like energy where like you're put in a situation that you feel like it's similar to something you've done before, but your light wasn't represented, your personality wasn't represented in the best way. But you're gonna see that this is different now. Yeah, temporary alliance. And I feel like this is like a short-term gig. I feel like this is like kind of like a short-term project or a job that kind of just shows you and alerts you that you are no longer in that energy. So I do feel like there's like a temporary project or temporary job that you get that kind of shows you like, hey, you're ready to kind of present yourself in the way that you want to represent yourself, that you want to represent your energies, that you want to represent your light. Creative arts, yeah. And I do feel like it has to do something with like your passion or something that like uses your creativity, your authentic voice. And I feel like this is like, let me just confirm, like a stepping stone. The Five of Pentacles. That's interesting. Oh, to the Ten of Cups. What is this Five of Pentacles about? Oh, the work. Yeah, I feel like there's this energy of like this gig might not make you so much money, but it will lead you to the right people and the right thing. Pets or animals, yeah. I feel like this is like the stepping stone. So I feel like this temporary gig or whatever, it's not gonna give you a lot of like money, but it does give you the opportunities for the right type of work in the future with the right people. Is how you'll know. Why the Five of Pentacles though? Oh, because I do feel like I feel like it's something so bizarrely different. I'm not getting a Five of Pentacles like left out in the cold. I'm getting a Five of Pentacles like bizarro world, like an energy that you might have not really typically have gone into. For something a little bit more superficial. For example, I'm hearing like modeling. Like it's something that you don't see a long-term career in. You're not putting it down. You're not putting it down in people who do that, but you're just saying like your energy, the kind of work you want to do, and that's not something that doesn't have the depth of something that you would want to do, but something that you're interested in and something that you wouldn't mind doing for a short time, just to kind of get a feel for the world and kind of get a good understanding of how your light and your power and the way you show it has changed from before. You're being uncloaked, unveiled, and unstuck. And it's because you did this whole like ancestral healing. It's just really beautiful. I feel like the people in your bloodline or family has gone kind of crazy because this sacrifice that like this ancestor or these couple of ancestors did in the past, like that type of sacrifice like kind of could make people like go crazy. It's a huge sacrifice, and it makes you feel, it takes a lot to heal psychologically, and I feel like you did it. So it's a really big deal. And that's why you're getting all this big energy. You can handle all this energy. Like to be in the limelight, like you have to be able to handle a big energy. Otherwise, you can't sustain it. But that's why I feel like you get a foot in the door. Something a little bit more superficial, but it's fun. I'm getting it's a little bit fun. It's something that you might have not pictured for yourself. But like, yeah. Okay, you do get money. You do get money. You do get money, a lot of it. But I feel like it's not like, it's not just, like the money isn't like the thing that's like important. I think it's the opportunity. Like it gives you notoriety. It gives you like people know your name. And I feel like I'm hearing household. I feel like it gives you credentials. And I feel like it does give you money. It does make you comfortable. But I feel like it gives you comfort because it opens up a ton of opportunities for you. And then that's how you find the right one for you. But I do feel like you do get money. I'm like, do you not get money? Let me confirm that. Do you get money? Okay, not a lot. But it's like, it's not, it's the people and the opportunities that opens up the door for you. Okay. And so, something coming in regards to your wedding or partnership, something blue. Snake. Oh, how interesting. Girl with the snake and then snake. Okay, so snake is representative of intelligence. Because, it could be like someone's like a snake in the garden, but there is no snake in the garden. Like you already there's no hidden truth anymore, right? You discovered it, and now you're fully aware. You're fully knowledgeable about your past, who you are, your present, your role, and how you're going to be moving forward. Cunning, intelligence, and distance. Yeah. I do feel like everything kind of like after, it's like one after another. You get clarity, and then you get more clarity, and then you get more clarity. It's just like a whole, like a ton of clarity coming in one after another, like big truth bombs, big downloads of clarity and like what your next steps are. I do feel like you might be traveling around and kind of moving around a little bit. while you kind of find this right transportation, you're going to be moving around and stuff like that. And I do feel like you're going to be, we got 555 here. Okay, so, you know, unfortunately in the Rider-Waite, like 5 is represented as something like difficult or unfortunate, not like in a severe way, but like in like a wish I didn't have to deal with this energy kind of way. But because there's a 555 here, I am definitely feeling it's like a powerful change. So I do feel like you might kind of even think about moving. And I do feel like because this is like a, in regards to your wedding, I do feel like you might have like a what's it called, a destination wedding. Is that right? Yeah, a destination wedding. Look, travel again. I feel like you're gonna be opening yourself up to, I'm getting, because you have this really strong energy of like public fame or public notoriety, you're able to handle a lot of people thinking about you, and that's like, that takes a lot. Like in order to be kind of popular or famous or something like that, you have to be able to hold the energy of a lot of people thinking about you. Like, hold yourself down. It could make people go crazy. It can make people go insane. It can make people just like, and see, once you're famous, like, you can't take it back. Like, you know, you're in the history books. You have the videos out there. Like, if you see a lot of these like celebrities who end up like on the streets, like, you know, on, you know, overdoses or whatever, like, it's because like they're like, people still think about them, people still see them, and people still send their energy to them, consciously or unconsciously. And so it's like it's a lifelong thing. Like, once you're in it, like, you're usually in it. Like, very rarely do people come into the limelight and like they may get like a boost of energy, and like, once in order to stay, you have to be able to hold that amount of energy, people thinking about you, and be able to have a healthy ego and be able to ground yourself and hold your own energy. Is a very difficult thing to do. That's why, like, people who want to be popular and famous, like, yeah, you might not want to. Not you, Pile 3. Like, you could handle it. People who come to my readings, like, you're spiritually evolved. Like, you can handle stuff. And you're comfortable. It's not like you have to like actively try. You're comfortable handling this. But I do feel like there's going to be a specific location that might be easier for you to handle the fame and the energy. And I think it's just because the land there is just like so high vibe or so beautiful, that helps you like be able to handle a lot more energy in your life through people, but through also projects and stuff like that. And so, like, I do feel like you understand like you have to be in a more high vibe place. You have to live in a more high vibe place in order to handle more of that type of energy. Yeah, I do feel like the King and Queen of Pentacles, and I do feel like your partner is along for the ride. I feel like they are part of the fame, so I do feel like the two of you, like, it's kind of like when one person's famous, like it's gonna be like the other person's famous. But I do get that there's something that where you two work together. So there's like something about like you two kind of come into the limelight together. So that's why I'm kind of getting like, you might be working together on something, or just like you might be a famous couple. But it's easier when you have someone to kind of hold that energy with, and a land to hold that energy with, or a home. All right, Pile 3, like you kind of get the gist, right? What I'm saying, Pile 3. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this message. If you did, I really appreciate like a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 4. We're looking at something old, something new, something borrowed, or something temporarily coming into your life, and something blue, which is something wedding related or partnership related specifically for you. Whereas the rest of the reading is pretty general, could be love based, but kind of opened up to anything. I just want to let you know that around the time that I post this is going to be the last call for the yearly overview reading. And the reason I'm pushing for it is because it's like half the price of a reading of that length and depth that I usually have. And it's just really amazing what's coming through for people. And so I'm just really excited about it. And, you know, it's really worth it if you're interested. But Anyway, we're looking at something old coming back into your life right now and something new coming into your life right now. So let's see. Phoenix, what an energy. Okay, Phoenix, incredible. Okay, and it's funny because I think I got some like incense ash on this card. New phase, renew, transformation, growth, yeah. Changed mind. And yang, okay, so that's masculine energy. So I feel like there's like a huge, massive physical change happening in your life. Okay, I do feel like this is an energy of someone who completely changed and transformed your life. It doesn't have to be male, but they influenced you to physically change your life, and this person is coming back in. Interesting. Yep, in the physical. The devil's card sometimes for me just means like in the physical. Yeah, someone is like, there's a reunion happening with someone who inspired you, who influenced you to change your life so very completely. Yeah, and it is someone that you loved. I am getting a twin flame type of energy. So it could just be someone who was like a love of your life type of energy, or a very, very strong, powerful soulmate in your life who really, really had you transform your life, was a really big influence, and like you went out and physically changed your life, made decisions that would change and alter your life path because this person came in. Yeah, I am getting twin flame energy, or a divine counterpart, or like a really, really strong soulmate. Could be like a family member or someone, a friend who is like very, very a strong presence in your life, but it is someone who like who really you loved. They really loved you. It just this energy of this person came into your life to change it, you know, whether they know it or not, to completely transform it. I'm hearing to F things up, but like, you know, in a good way, like really just from the dirt, from the ground, like tear it up from the bottom up. Okay, so something new coming into your life. So that's something old coming into your life. How is that gonna go, right? They're curious. I feel like you're curious, and that's why the reunion is happening. Okay, what's something new coming into your life? Mice. Okay, interesting. Okay, usually like stress or a lot of people. That's the type of energy, or a lot of like babies. It's a type of mice, or something that's like, yeah, stressful. But it's in reverse. So nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. So I'm getting a little bit of excitement from the mice. The mice can represent a lot of different things. The energy I'm getting from this mice, because it's in reverse also, is excitement, the opposite of stress. So I am getting this type of energy of like, you're getting excited because you know something big is happening, because you have this reunion happening, and so you know that's going to mean something big in your life is moving forward and changing. And you're like wanting to get excited, but you're like holding yourself back. You're like, okay, I'm getting super excited now. Like, obviously big things are happening. I had a reunion with my twin flame. Like, something big is obviously happening. But like, Spirit's like, yeah, big things are happening. This is a 0 point. This is like the axiom. This is like the pivotal like change point. But because it's at that point where like anything can happen, like nothing yet is written in stone, but like you're getting excited because you know big things are happening, and you have a say in it. You have a say in how these big, beautiful energies unfold in your life and what path you want to go down. Do you want to pursue your twin flame? Do you want a relationship with your twin flame? Or do you want someone who might be even better than your twin flame? A life that you could have, like, you set out to live this type of life because of this really big influence in your life. Do you want the same life, or do you want something even crazier and better and like bigger and bolder and, you know, higher, more bigger dreams than you imagined? Like, you know, that's the type of energy I'm getting. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Like, I do feel like you feel very stable and secure because like you knew like everything that you put in was for this dream coming true, and it comes true. And now you're unstoppable. You're invincible. Now that you know that you can make any really, really big dream come true, you can go after even bigger dreams. And that makes you kind of, I'm hearing megalomaniac. Like, you have to be slightly delusional to go after your dreams. And only certain people like have the courage to do that and have the strength and the perseverance to follow through and achieve it. And you did that. Pile 4. Okay. Was something coming into your life temporarily? Something borrowed, right? Coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendships. So I do feel like there's like a friendship forming with this reunion person. So I do feel like this reunion is temporary. And it does come in to specifically give you the strength and courage to know that you can go after any big dream that you want, and you can go after whatever big love that you have. I do feel like for most of you, you're going to have this like reunion with this like twin flame, 1111, right? Twin flame card, happy home, happy marriage. Oh, the reunion card, and it's amplified by the 6 of Cups is amplified for the 7 of Cups. It's like a reunion on steroids, I'm hearing. It's like the reunion of a lifetime. Like if this was a story written out, like you're the main character, you know, like this is like unbelievable that it's happening. Like almost miraculous as this is happening like that. Soul family and friends. Oh, okay. So I do feel like you kind of get the sense that like this might be your twin flame. It might be a soul family member. It might be someone who's just like a high level soulmate. But when this person comes in, it just feels like something is complete. Like you've gone full circle. And I do feel like this person comes in to inspire you for this next chapter of your life. This is someone who channels strongly for you. This is someone who is on a very, very similar frequency as you, and therefore can channel the hardest for you, can channel the highest for you, the strongest for you. And so this person comes in back into your life, ready to help you get inspired and motivated and excited for whatever's next. Interesting. Okay. But I do get this is like temporary, so I'm trying to see like this is just like a one-time thing, or the King of Cups. Like I feel like after the King of Cups twice here, right? Like after I feel like this person like has so much love for you, and you have so much love for this person. Like this person is like gonna be in your life in whatever way that you want it. Are they just gonna stay your soul family? Are they gonna be a romantic interest? Like it's up to you. Again, I'm getting that like you're at this like nexus point in your life where anything can happen, and you get a huge say in how this big, bold destiny of yours unfolds. Like it's like really up to you. You're really strongly collaborating with the universe right now. Okay. So what's something in regards to your wedding or partnership that's coming in right now? There's something blue. Child. Oh, yeah, I got something with the mice. I got like a lot of children. But it doesn't have to, like, you could be, if you want a lot of children, like that could be you, like you could be ready to have some children, or if you want to adopt or have a lot of pets, or if you want to teach a lot of people, if you want to have a lot of students, a lot of employees, a lot of community members, like whatever, because I feel like your energy is so big that you can like take care of a lot of people, you know? So like that's what I'm kind of getting, like you're getting like a lot of people to take care of, or a lot of projects, or a lot of whatever is important to you. That's kind of like a child. And let go. Make room for a new beginning. It's on its way to you now. What does it let go in regards to? Sorry if you hear my stomach growling. I fast for these readings. Service to other, charity work, helping. Yeah. So I do feel like Spirit is saying like get ready to let go of your old life and like what you have been doing in terms of your service to others, your passion projects, your previous soul mission, because now there's like a bigger one coming in. So I feel like what you've been doing, you have been following your calling, and that's why you were able to achieve what you have so far. That's why you've been able to complete this part of your spiritual journey. You graduated, you got promoted, you're ready for the next thing. You became successful, and so now you're ready to tackle this new soul mission, this bigger soul mission. But in order to do that, you're gonna have to let go of your old soul mission. I got so a lot of my spiritual friends have been feeling this type of energy, and not all of them do like spiritual work, like their line of work. And so they've been kind of getting this energy, like this tug and pull of like wanting to hold on to their baby, their like passion project, or like what they've been putting their heart and soul into, and then kind of starting something new. They've been kind of going this like back and forth energy. And I totally get that, because like I do sense that like a lot of you who pick this pile will completely understand that, and understand that like, you work so hard on what you felt was your destiny, your soul purpose, and having to let that go in order for a bigger life purpose, or having to let it go somewhat. Let me see how much. Yeah, private victory is a big deal. It's a big deal, but I do feel like you've been kind of working at it, and you kind of feel comfortable letting it go. When it's time, I'm hearing you're ready to let go, because like what's supposed to come in is supposed to be exactly perfectly right for you. And I do feel like it happens kind of behind the scenes. This is something that is your baby. This is your soul mission, your life purpose that you are letting go of, the old version of. And you might do it in steps. You might not do it completely. You might do it in steps. I do feel like you might get like a little bit of burst of like kind of letting go of this old work, or this old or service to others that you were doing in your own way. I feel like you might get a burst of energy to kind of do more, and then it'll slowly kind of subside. Do you keep with it, or do you kind of... I feel like you have to really let go, and that's like a huge risk for you, because I feel like, you put so much love and energy into this energy, but like, like what's coming in is your bigger destiny. It's like perfect for you, your perfect match. Everything you've dreamt and wished for. So you're gonna have no problem letting this go. You might do it in steps, and you're kind of doing it privately, because it's like it's your thing. It's you and the energy of this past soul mission, and that's a hard thing to let go of. But what's coming in for you is so worth it, and it's just time, right? Yeah, I want to see if there's anything that Spirit wants to give you advice for. Okay, writing, researching. You've kind of already have a hint of, I'm getting like you might not know exactly what this next soul mission for you is, but you kind of do. Like you've been kind of working around it. You might have even come across it. You might have also done some work and research into this, but you don't know exactly what it is. But once it comes in, you're going to know, and you're going to be ready to let go of the old soul mission. And it does help that this new soul mission brings in a ton of money, a ton of abundance as well. Whereas I feel like the old one, like it always kind of like felt like you're supposed to make a lot of money, or you're supposed to have better success. I do feel like you have reached some level of success, but you understand that like it was more of a passion project that didn't make money, and this new passion project makes a lot of money. It's like specific for you. It's not the thing itself. It's your connection to your soul mission. It's not like the industry. It's not like the actual job. It's not the actual charity work or passion project you were doing. It was your relationship to it. Like the relationship was like, this is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to be working on. And now your calling has evolved and changed and transformed and is bigger now and better and more resonant, and you kind of need to follow that calling now. Yeah, I do. I was like, well, you're gonna make a lot of money, like what's was the other one not making money? And they're like, yeah. No, it wasn't really. It gave you a lot of clarity, but it didn't give you a lot of physical abundance. It gave you a lot of spiritual, emotional, and mental clarity, especially emotional. It gave you a lot of emotional clarity and spiritual clarity, but not much money. And it also helped you kind of get all like the tools, the research, the inner work, the knowledge that you needed for this next soul purpose. So it was soul mission. I've always said this kind of when I was doing twin flame readings like back in the day, 8 years ago. Oh my goodness, is it? Oh my goodness, it's the 8-year reunion of my the reunion, 8-year anniversary of this channel. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, yeah, but like I'm getting the energy of, I always said like, yeah, like a lot of people have like the soul mission before the bigger soul mission. It's kind of like, don't worry, like if it feels like, is this what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life and you're not sure, because it's like if you get called for it, it might be something that is like the stepping stone, the thing you need to accomplish to get to the next bigger part of your soul mission. So that's the type of energy I'm getting for you, Pal 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate it. Like a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 5. We're looking at something old, something new, something borrowed, or something temporary, and something blue, or something in regards to your specific wedding or partnership in love, whereas the rest of the reading is kind of more general. It could be love. It just kind of opened up to anything. Just wanted to mention real quick that this is the last call for the yearly overview reading that I'm offering for personal readings. And the reason I'm just excited about it is because it's, first of all, half the price of like a normal reading that size. And it's just because like I feel like it's just so important. And it's so beautiful. The readings that I have been getting, like the best messages are coming through for people this year. It's going to be a really good year for really, really like spiritual folks, beautiful folks with beautiful energy. And I'm just excited about it. And so I think it's extremely helpful and very warm and exciting. And if you're interested, I'll definitely check that out. All right, so let's look at something old coming back into your life now and something new coming into your life now. Cupid's arrow. Okay, so love is coming in. Let's see what kind of love, because this is something old coming back. 4th house. Okay, stable, deeply rooted relationship. Okay, this is like a hometown. I'm getting like a hometown energy. A hometown love. Okay, so this is someone that okay, it's someone new, but they have the energy of, oh, you know what I'm getting? Okay, so I feel like because the 4th house, which is like related to family roots and culture and home, was in reverse, I feel like you're someone who kind of dated outside of your culture or outside of the area that you grew up in, or, you know, just a cultural difference, or, you know, socioeconomic difference, or yeah, it's just like like you dated energies that were different than the energy that you kind of grew up with or that you're familiar with. And I feel like this new love that's coming in, because I do feel like with the Cupid's arrow, I'm like, I kind of kept getting it, like it's a new love that's coming in for you, Pile 5. So whether you're single or not, there is new love coming in. Yeah, because if you're already partnered up and you really, really love your partner, then this new love coming in could be just like a crush, or someone who has a crush on you. That's someone that you might work with, or someone platonic that could end up being like a good friend, a really soulmate level friend. But I do feel like for most of you, it is new love coming in. But I do feel like they have an aspect of your home or something from your roots that you didn't really find or didn't really have in a lot of people that you were romantically interested in, dating, talking to, or bumped into. So I do feel like there's this thing of like, it kind of shocks you because you've been so dating outside of this home energy that when someone comes in that kind of has that home energy, but you still have a crush on them, you still like them, that means something inside of you was healed, Pile 5. That means something that inside of you that made you want to date people outside of you that's so different than you. I mean, there's always some positive reasons to that. Maybe it's just your aesthetic. Maybe it's just like kind of where you grew up, kind of like that kind of influence. Maybe the kind of music you like, the kind of hobbies you like, or whatever. But there might be a reason why you kind of were dating certain kind of energies, certain kind of people, certain kind of looks, certain kind of backgrounds. And now that this person comes into your aura, your auric field, and you actually have a huge crush on them, but they have a similar background or similar energy to your home, wherever you're kind of gaining distance from, that is a huge sign that you have healed, comfortable full circle, and are looking to kind of reunite with yourself in that way again. Like, appreciate your background, appreciate where you came from, appreciate those parts of you that you might have not liked or you might have wanted different in yourself. You kind of like appreciate those parts of yourself again. That was very oddly specific. Pile 5, I'm sorry, I don't know where this is coming from. Yeah, and this is new love coming in. There's an offer opportunity that comes in pretty quickly. It's not like you're being around the bush. This is something that you both like each other. There's an immediate attraction. There's a soul level connection. You both go for it. Yeah, it's kind of faded. I feel like this person is kind of your person. Like, they're your really strong level soulmate, your divine counterpart. You're the one, but they were kind of being held back because you didn't accept this type of energy, and the universe didn't want you to even come near this person until you could accept that part of yourself, or accept that that's something that you might be interested in or still love about yourself, or see that part of yourself in a different way. Very interesting. I'm gonna try to pull more clarification, because it's like material things. Yeah, I do think it's like related to how you see yourself and how you wanted other people to see you. Yeah, how you want other people to see you. I think it has to do with how you represented yourself, and how you came out, how you look to others. And I feel like the thing that you've not fixed, but the thing that you came to terms with, how people see you, how people might view you, how you can't change that. Like, how you can't always make people see the things in you that you want them to see. Maybe some things that, like, it's like unavoidable, like how your appearance, or your how much like money you make, how much what things that you're interested in. Like, you can't help people from judging you or stereotyping you. Like, as long as you're okay with those things in yourself, like, that's where the happiness comes in, right? And like, I feel like a lot of people, they reject that in other people, even if they're like kind of, if there's like an attraction there, because they can't accept those things in themselves, and for fair reasons. Like, you might have had, situations where people didn't understand that when you were like, a kid going to school, or maybe your own family didn't accept that part of you, or maybe your friends, maybe you never had friend groups that like could understand this part of you. And it kind of influences the way that you date, the way that you look at someone else that you are potentially interested in, and how they, it's kind of, it usually stems from parents or childhood, like where you grew up. The environmental factors have a huge say, like how much money your family had or didn't have, or what you were kind of like, what kind of hobbies was well accepted in that community, and what hobbies or interests that people looked down on or didn't really take interest in. These all things like kind of influence you. And then also kind of like how you date, because like the person that you choose to be your partner, like, is a huge reflection of like your inner universe. So that's why I'm getting like material things. Like, I do feel like you're gonna notice, like, with this person. Yeah, community came out in reverse. Like, I do feel like with this person, they give you a lot of strength to be yourself, to be your true authentic self. And I feel like they're gonna like the things that you have, and you're gonna like the things that they have. Yeah, I feel like it skips like the friendship part and goes right to the romantic part. But I feel like both of you are kind of like, no, I wanna enjoy the friendship part of this connection too, because I feel like both of you are really like huge crush, find each other extremely attractive, and so it's hard to go backwards from that, because like both of you are so physically attracted to each other, find each other so fine, find each other so incredibly sexy. I don't know why I said that. I never usually say that. And no, I don't see that in my normal life, but it's just like, it was so comical how hot you find each other that like it came out in that way. Like it's like both of you are just kind of trying to like try to be like funny about it, because it's like so like my cheeks are heating up. Like I feel like both of you are just so attracted to each other. Like it's like you have to poke fun at how attracted you are to each other, because it's like so uncomfortable because you guys just met and it's just like, or you guys just kind of start hanging out, and it's just like hard to, if you don't diffuse the sexy tension between the two of you. So I think that there's the energy of like both of you are just like, oh my gosh, so attracted to each other, so turned on by each other that it's like you guys want to go back to the friendship part, because like there's something, it's going to be an incredible friendship, and like you guys get along so well, and like you want to enjoy that part, but it's like so hard to when you guys are just so attracted to each other, desire each other. There's so much desire for the other person. You're trying to tame the animal with them, because like there's a friendship, there's a very strong friendship here. You guys can really enjoy each other's company. But there's the energy of like yeah, you guys even like the same things, I'm hearing the same movies, like you have the same kind of aesthetic maybe, or like have complementary aesthetics, complementary like hobbies, or there's something where your like life fits really well physically, and that kind of makes sense with like you guys fit each other really well physically, but there's a part of like don't miss out on the friendship. Like don't worry about it. You guys are probably gonna end up together and have like years and years and years, and that friendship will just get like deepen as like the because like the passion is like woof woof, barely containable. Yes. I was getting like almost from spirit, I'm like, should they just like give in and like let it happen? Right, spirit. Spirit's like you can express it physically if you want to, but there's like the beautiful part is, because you guys are so attracted to each other, there's a way to kind of just dive in deeply emotionally with each other right off the bat, and that's going to really open up each other's heart centers. You guys are going to connect and bond well energetically right off the bat. Like Spirit saying, like you can channel it through emotions if you want to. You can really dive deep, go into each other's like feelings, how you feel about things, how you feel about past things, like past heartbreaks, past loves. What do you love? What do you always wished you had, wanted in life? There's a real good synergy. Like you guys are gonna feel like home. Are gonna feel very comfortable with each other really right away, to the point where you guys are gonna like feel like you can open up really quickly. And I feel like you both are gonna really channel your physical desire, because it's like very soon, like you guys just met, and like you guys are very like evolved, so it's not like you're gonna want to jump into that right away. Not that there's anything wrong with that, as Spirit's even saying, like if that's who both of you are, but I feel like this is a sense of like really channeling it with diving in deep and securing the relationship aspect of the connection, even if it's just like the beginning stages, before diving into the physical. And that's just kind of like a mature way to handle relationships at this point. If you're watching this, you're definitely very emotionally and spiritually mature, and you're kind of at a point where like you understand like you guys have to be on the same page, treat sexuality very sacredly, like there's time for fun and stuff like that, but like it's important to kind of make sure that you're on the same energy, same wavelength, can align in terms of future, especially if that's something you want. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, you're not just gonna jump into bed with someone. Just kind of like getting the paperwork done, and that paperwork is a really, really fun, deep, really, really deep conversation. It's like more than fun, it's enlightening, and it's just kind of like, I can't describe it, but it's kind of like an outer body experience with each other when you guys kind of have these, like when you guys start connecting emotionally very deeply, because it happens like right off the bat, and you're channeling your sexual frustration through that, and it's like really therapeutic. It works. It really, like, I feel like you guys having you guys are doing it with your heart space energies instead or something. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but that's as close as I can get. It's fulfilling, let's just say. Okay, and so something that's coming into your life more temporarily, something borrowed, right? Passion and insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, burning desires, grieving. Okay, I do feel like it's totally okay. Like, make out, have sex, whatever. I don't care. Like, do what feels right to you. Do what you feel like is what you want to do. It feels aligned and right for you and for them. But I feel like there's this energy of like within those like few really intense, heated sessions, both of you really open each other's heart space up to dive deep. I don't know what comes first, the chicken or the egg, but it doesn't matter because I feel like the two of you kind of get the assignment, like, which is to really, the Empress, like, be nurturing and kind and understanding and loving with the other person as and divulge their emotional history or their current emotional, like, whatever's in their bandwidth, like whatever they're holding right now, like, let it come through. Both of you are very strong and can articulate your emotions very well and get to the point, so you're not just like venting and drowning the other person, right? You both kind of, there's a good back and forth, there's a good even flow, which is really important. And there's 5 swords. I'm hearing emergency, yeah, because this card was popping up. Emergency, secret, private. Like, I feel like there's like they're letting you in on things that they might have not told other people. They're letting you in on secrets that they wouldn't tell other people, and because they fully trust you. I feel like there's trust on both ends, and I feel like it's just like maybe one or both of you are dealing with something really important in the now when you guys are meeting up or something. Maybe something big is happening in one or both of your lives, and it's just really good to have a good sounding board. But it's not something that you would normally do with just like someone you just started dating or someone you just started being friends with. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like a reason that there's like this like heart energy is opening up, incredible amount of trust, doing it like kind of like privately, secretly, but kind of in a really like, you guys want to enjoy that like friendship, that like being there for the other person energy as much as like the romantic part. So there's that type of energy where you guys kind of want to both kind of keep it as balanced as possible, even with this like overflow of emotions, not just about yourselves or each other, but about the connection too. I do feel like there's a little bit of like both of you kind of peeking out and being like, kind of giving hints about how you feel about each other. Yep. 9 of Cups. I feel like an overflow of emotions and being really honest with each other. And I feel like I'm getting this energy of like, oh my goodness, like letting it all out. I'm getting, because like you found the person, and like not being shy to tell the other person like, yeah, this is how I feel about you, but kind of being aware at the same time. It's kind of interesting. I'm seeing it kind of play out, like kind of like little like images of a film or a play or something like that. It's kind of interesting. Okay, anyway, something coming in regards to a wedding or partnership specifically for you, pile 5. What's something coming? Ring, because you know this is the one, pile 5. You know, partnership, commitment. I feel like there's like a like almost like an unspoken commitment right away, but I feel like I do feel like when you first meet or when you first connect and first have a conversation, there's a kind of energy of like, this is the one, and like I'm loyal to this person, like I'm not gonna date anyone else, or I've been waiting for this person. And then there's an energy of like telling each other that, like, I feel like it rapidly grows into a commitment, but both of you are trying to like savor like the honeymoon period, or the savor like the deepening the friendship aspect, but they're like it's so passionate, and it's so aligned, it feels so right, it's like hard to, so both of you are trying to take it slow, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, why is this passion like short-lived? And I think it's because both of you are like, this is gonna be amazing, let's try to savor every morsel as long as we can. because this is it and this is amazing. And like let's try to savor every minute before that. Holding the hands, having the first kiss, the first dinner, the first whatever. Like let's like try to pull it as much as possible so we enjoy this part as much as possible, right? But again, it's just like kind of unspoken commitment right away. Divorce, experiencing a breakup. It's funny because I'm getting that kind of like if you were kind of with someone or dating someone else or something like that, or this energy, maybe you were on a dating site, maybe you're talking to multiple people, or maybe you were just getting into the dating scene, or maybe you were with someone. Like I feel like it's a definite obvious ending to that connection. I'm gonna pull another card just in case. Challenges. Oh, I also get people aren't unhappy. There might be multiple people who are trying to pursue you at this time, pile 5, and that makes it very uncomfortable, I'm hearing, because it makes like, yeah, the Tower, like people are not happy about that. I feel like when this person comes in, it comes in like you're not expecting them to come in right away. Is this you or them? Yeah, I feel like it kind of is a shock. It sends shockwaves to both of you because the 3 of Wands came up twice in reverse. So I feel like it's like your path changes. So divorce, I'm hearing, is like divorce from like what you are currently doing, not necessarily a person. For some, very few of you, it could be a person or someone else that you had in the picture, but it's like very clearly like this person's the winner. They're obviously the one. So it might be kind of like, you know, telling the person like, hey, I'm going to stop dating you because I'm dating someone else. Like they might not take it well. You might have a lot of potential interest and you kind of take yourself off the market. People might not take that well. But I'm getting the divorce is mostly like your life path changes. Maybe you're taking a new job and then this person comes into your life and you're like, oh, nope, I'm actually going to go to this job because it's closer to where they live, or like we're going to be able to start our life there. And that company or that business is like not happy with you because you're saying no to them, or you're canceling a contract, I'm hearing. Yeah, maybe you're about to buy a home and then you're like cancel it or something last minute and like everyone's unhappy. So with the divorce energy, I'm more getting kind of the energy of like you were gonna do one set of plans and then you go completely in a different direction. But like there is like once this person comes into your life, like both of you are inevitably in each other's like you can't, like you guys are inextricably in each other's lives and you can't, like it's like you're gonna go in the same direction, like there is no other way, you know. Yeah, the World card, like once this comes in, I do feel like kind of like your world changes because I feel like I do feel like there's like some sort of like there were like something else in the picture in your life and I think in their life as well. Like let me double check. Yeah, I feel like yep. I do feel like, but both of you kind of clearly know, like this is, yeah, it's going to be upsetting to some people who might have been expecting this type of, you know, maybe friends or family, like who are expecting you to stay around or move closer, and then you're going in a completely opposite direction, taking a job, maybe you have some coworkers, maybe someone pulls some strings to get you into this job or this whatever company, and then like you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say no. Like there's that type of energy where like some people they're like they're not happy with it, but in the long term they'll understand, you know. But both of you recognize right away like this is someone who's gonna influence all the major life decisions I have going forward, and one of which is like in your life right now. Both of you are talking about it, and that's why I think there's like a lot of emotional aspect, because like you guys are talking about how important this opportunity was. Was it important? Yeah, it's something that you guys were like looking forward to for a long time. And it's like short lived. Yeah, I do feel like it's like work related for some of you, or something that you've been working on. I feel like it's something that you've been working on, and you've been kind of you've been waiting to like have it be successful or take off or to land this job or to get this promotion or something, and then like. Yeah, the High Priestess and the Hierophant are both counterparts as well. But it's like when someone who you know you're gonna be like you're married to is gonna be your partner for life comes in, like it changes things, right? And so how do we feel about this job situation? Death, you're like, I'm ready to go. Peace out. Put in my 2 weeks. Parents and parental figure, yeah. And some of you is kind of like maybe your family was kind of like expecting something from you. Maybe you have some obligations to family, or maybe yeah, the thing with the home thing, I think you're like, I don't know, it's like it's kind of like you're connecting to your home energy but in a new way, and your old home energy is going to be kind of causing you friction until you can move away, and then before you can connect back. Does that make sense? Because we're talking about like, this is that home energy. Yeah, that home energy. Okay, so you're connecting to your home energy or your background or your culture or your roots. It could be your ancient roots, so it could be your starseed lineage or something like that, your light worker roots, or it could be like your family background, your culture, or the area that you grew up in. So I feel like you're disconnecting from that energy because you're connecting to it in a new way, in an improved way through your partner. And this is something that you two gotta do. Gotta do. I don't know why I'm speaking this way. It's something that you guys have to do. And you both know it. But the people that you're connecting with, that you disconnected with, your home energies, whether it's your old work, whether it's your immediate family or friends, or your location, your area. I mentioned the home, right? They might cause a little bit of friction because they're not happy letting you go. Because you evolved, and so you're better, so they want to keep you. People want to keep energies that are good for them, that help them, that improve them, and you're that type of energy anywhere you go. But at this point, you need to improve yourself, step into the new improved energy of your home energy with this person, with your location, with your job, with whatever. And then you can think about like kind of visiting back. Did I get that right, Spirit? Is that what you're aiming for? Yes, this reunion is special, but this reunion is kind of, I'm hearing like it has like multiple parts. So like you kind of have to step into this energy, this reunion with a better version of your home, the more evolved version of your home. You need to move away. Yeah. You need to move away emotionally. You might need to move away physically, mentally. You need to kind of just like refresh your energies and focus on this like new improved version of yourself and have this new improved connection with your home energies. And then you can kind of like go from there with this clarity. All right, Pal 5, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, if you resonate with it, I really appreciate a comment. Let me know if you want more readings like this. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.